Welcome to Maxim's Inside Track for another edition. Still a very strange world that we live in. We have seen in Australia here, Victoria, come back under extreme pressure with COVID and some stage 4 lockdowns in that area. This will impact food service demand. We haven't really seen that panic buying as such come back into the market. So we're thinking that people have bought up, have stocked up their fridges and freezers and are now starting to work through that. There has been some shelf clearing to a degree, but I think it's more so concerns around Victorian production and meat facilities looking to close or scale back shifts. So yeah, interesting times, especially in Australia as that sort of drifts up the east coast. Queensland up here, thankfully we are tracking okay for the moment, but we'll see how that plays out. In the world of dairy, milk flows are still reasonably solid around the world. Milk prices are good. Farmers are producing milk. Feed costs have started to come back. There is rain, some rain in Europe, which has assisted with milk flows. However, that is forecasted to dry off a little bit down the track, and milk prices in the US anywhere from 40 to 60% above European milk prices, predominantly stimulated by government support. I'll start this one with whole milk powder. Very finely balanced and probably under pressure whole milk powder. We've seen that in the last 2 to 3 months, that initial building of inventories, and I think people found themselves a little bit short, and that saw some buying come back into the market. But this has since drifted off. In particular, people probably seeing demand wane. China's obviously critical. There is a reasonable milk flow up there, and yeah, we've seen these oil prices remain reasonably stable-ish at lower dollars, but yeah, a very finely balanced. New Zealand season's starting to look pretty good. There is moisture in the soil, so we'll see how that pans out. But yeah, I'm erring sideways to a little bit weaker on whole milk powder. On to skim milk powder now. Starting to see this category come under some pressure as well. We've seen US pricing drift off, EU sort of stable-ish, and Oceania coming off a little bit as well. We have seen some delays out of Europe into Oceania, pushing out anywhere from 3 to 5 weeks for imported product. So we'll keep an eye on that. And yeah, skim milk powder could remain under pressure as well for the short term. Moving on to cheddar now, and we've seen a massive amount of volatility in the US, which I've commented on previously. Some highest levels ever, and then they've started to drift off now, and this is predominantly around that government intervention food box demand, which goes out to the end of October, so we're approaching that. And then yeah, food service demand and what that looks like is you know, more people eating out and getting pizzas for takeaway. Yeah, not sure. Oceania pricing came off significantly on the GDT platform, about 5% odd. So yeah, we could see these cheese prices come under a little bit of pressure in the short term as well. Moving on to the butter fats now, butter and AMF. We've seen these come under some pressure, and it really is around food service and food service demand. It's really difficult to see what that direction might be. Well, retail demand has been okay, but you know, we're thinking that these fat prices may start to drift off or continue to drift off a little bit as well. I think I commented the last fortnight that depending on how we go with salaries and unemployment, yeah, people could start to look to alternatives in this category, but I think sideways to a little bit softer in the near term. Last category we'll cover is whey and lactose. We've seen lactose remain firm. Obviously there's that standardisation product and then the infant formula product, and then both have been extremely firm of late, up around that sort of US $1,300 a tonne mark. Whey powder starting to ease a little bit, just on the back of significant cheese production in the US and EU. And we've got the protein side of things, the WPCs and WPIs, and these products are starting to come under some pressure, especially in the US, and not so much in the EU, but there is product available if anyone's looking for anything. Thank you very much for listening to Maxim's Inside Track. Once again, stay safe. We are thinking of our Victorian, New South Wales, Australian colleagues and customers and suppliers affected by COVID, but hopefully everyone stays well, and we look forward to seeing you soon. Thanks.